And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Heat, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslem in at the 4 spot. And looking at the Knicks, Felton is out there with Iman Shumpert. And in the middle, the 2012 Defensive Player of the Year, 7'1" rebounder, shot blocker, and leader Tyson Chandler. Then it's Anthony, and it's Bargnani in at the 4 slot. 4 on the clock. Now the pass to Carmelo, 18 feet out, tipped away. Felton kicks to Shumpert. Bosh against Chandler, over Bosh, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Chandler's got the first basket of the game for New York. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
I talked to him about plans he had coming into this game, and the one thing he told me was that he wanted to make sure it didn't come down to the wire, saying with guys like Melo and Amari, I don't want the ball in their hands with a chance to win it at the end. We need to get out ahead early and never let them back in it. We'll see if they're able to avoid a close finish, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. They get it back. Shumpert passes to Carmelo, and it's rejected.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm. You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Guys, it was no secret that last season the Knicks were really a perimeter-oriented team. They had some solid inside players, but basically those inside guys were there to set screens and defend and rebound. It was up to Melo and the other perimeter guys to carry the offense. He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
New York on D. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Not the kind of pass you want to be making right there. He's lucky it wasn't stolen.
For New York, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Well, Clark, back to what you said last year about the Knicks. Last in points in the paint, only about a third of their points inside. Very little around the basket, Steve. It became an issue at times.
Well, it was an interesting group, Kevin. So many shooters. But Carmelo really represented their only low post threat. Even Tyson Chandler, his baskets were mostly offensive putbacks. So it was almost small ball all season long, but it was very interesting to watch.
And here's LeBron outside. Again, the miss by the Heat. Felton against Wade. Felton dishes to Shumpert. Out to Anthony. All sorts of time. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You know, Miami went to that smaller lineup last season, and a big change in that was having Chris Bosh move over to the 5 spot. Not his natural position, but I thought he held his own both offensively and defensively playing in the middle.
Latrey. Knicks with the rebound. Now, here's Felton. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And for Bosh, playing the center, Steve, he's giving up some weight out there.
But he's a very smart defender. He avoids fouls, and you know the way the league is these days, Kevin, most teams play smaller, and Bosh can normally find a center that he can guard without too much trouble. But there are a few matchups around the league that are a problem.
Well, they got the speed and the pressure of that Miami defense. You think they're able to compensate for any lack of size inside by using those other things?
Yeah, that's normally the case against, I would say, the vast majority of the league.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Shane Battier's checked in for Haslem. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. It's back to Battier. Kicks it to Cole. LeBron outside. And they get it. And again, it's the Heat missing. New York leading by 9. Felton off the pitch from Anthony. Felton kicks to Smith. And it's blocked by Bosch. Here's Cole. Headed by Shumpert. No good from Wade.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Put that bucket in no time at all. Stoudemire's got his first basket.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
He dishes it to Wade. Shoots a 3. Rebound by Raymond Felton. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Passes it to Stoudemire. Leans. And again, it's New York.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started. And you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Metta World Peace, he's checked in for New York. Udrih comes in for Raymond Felton.
A lot of people thought the East would be a cakewalk for Miami last year, but Indiana made sure that wasn't going to be the case. What a series with the Pacers using their size and strength to pound Miami down low, and eventually the Heat were able to pull it out, but boy, was that a tough series.
Good on the second free throw. And just to touch back on the Eastern Conference Finals, went to a Game 7 where Miami ran away with the game. But, you know, Clark, if it weren't for the heroics of LeBron earlier in the series, it could have been the Pacers that took on San Antonio in the finals.
You know, I was thinking a little bit about 2 former ABA teams meeting in the NBA Finals, but the Heat managed to steal Game 1, and I thought that proved to be the difference in the end. That was a game the Pacers had and didn't squeeze. But the way these two teams are constructed, they should be seeing a lot more of each other in the near future. And I think that's great for the league because whenever they meet up in the regular season or the playoffs, it's always been a battle the last couple of years.
Nice rivalry developing between those two.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
A good one brewing there.
Now Wade, following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. And it's good.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Pass to Anthony. Dishes it to Udrih. He feeds it to World Peace. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound. He kicks it to Udrih. New York, no good that time either.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. I mean, just getting physical. Like, it feels like they've got every rebound, but
blocked. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. Outside for World Peace. Great look, but off the mark. From deep LeBron. No good on that last second attempt there. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists. Well, it's an almost impossible task guarding him. He's so strong and quick. LeBron is like a locomotive bearing down. You see why teams have to give hard fouls to stop him, because a little bit of contact just is not going to be enough to stop him.
Hey, Steve, a lot of contact isn't enough to stop the freight train LeBron James. I mean, he draws so much attention defensively, but what makes him special is how he can punish a defense for overcommitting, because I think his greatest attribute amongst all of his great attributes is his passing ability.
The Heat trail by 7.
Well, you know, you look at LeBron James, maybe more than any other player in NBA history, he's great in a way that transcends position. Size, skill, savvy, know-how. I mean, he's got it all.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, J.R. Smith is a player who has faced his share of criticism over the years. Coming into last season, he said, "I looked my career over and realized I never won anything. I'm lacking discipline. I have to show people a different side of me." that I can be more positive, humble, and be more of a team player as opposed to just trying to do everything myself. And it paid off as he won the 6th Man of the Year award. Coach Mike Woodson said, quote, "I'm so proud of him. He bought in, he put in the time, and he worked his tail off." A great story, Kevin.
Well, you have to like that focus on the team first. Thanks, Doris. Nice shot by Smith. And we can talk about LeBron's ability to really play any position on the floor. When you look back, has Steve there ever been a player you could say that about?
I'm not sure if you could say that about both ends of the floor. I mean, there's a lot of great defensive players who could guard everybody. Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman. Offensively, Magic Johnson could play any position he wanted, but to be able to do so at both ends is what separates LeBron James.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. For the Knicks, Iman Shumpert's checked in for World Peace. Alex Felton in for Udrih. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Chandler a screen. Felton goes in. Shot is off. And it's Miami the other way. LeBron passes to Haslam. Anderson right side. Lets it go from 11. And the bank shot is good. Anderson's got his first 2 points.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was. The Heat marched their way to the best record in the league last season, 66-16, and the ability to win on the road, a big part of that league best record. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And the basket by Chalmers.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
The Knicks with the lead. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And back to the Heat in their play on the road. 29 wins for them as the visiting side, and that was in another category compared to every other team in the league. Steve, nobody else really even came close.
No, nobody did, and I'll tell you what, when they went on their huge winning streak, it wasn't like they did it all at home. In fact, 13 of those 27 games during their winning streak were on the road, and that's not easy to do.
Now Chalmers following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Shumpert. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot's good from Bargnani.
Boy, when you got a big man who can shoot from distance like he can, what a huge bonus that is.
And the Heat call time here. The Heat trail by 4. LeBron dishes to Anderson. Back to LeBron. He passes to Allen. Lets the 3 fly. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got 7 rebounds in the game.
You know, coming into last season, Chandler was the reigning DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year, even though he was only 2nd team All-League in defense. However, that happened. And last year, he was just as strong, really solid.
Miami's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Chandler, the length and strength to defend inside. Steve, the mobility to cover out in space away from the lane.
For a guy 7'1" to move like he does, very impressive. And, of course, you know, defensive mobility against the pick-and-roll perimeter game of today's NBA offense is so crucial.
And the Heat making a change here. Bosh is checked in.
Really not hard to argue that Ray Allen is one of the greatest shooters of all time, but with his ability to stay healthy and still contribute, how much longer can he play? I mean, that shot isn't going away anytime soon, folks.
That's good. And it's 7 points for J.R. Smith.
He's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. And the rejection by Smith. Back to Chalmers. Feeds to Haslam. There's the dish to LeBron. And again, LeBron missing. We talk about the longevity of Ray Allen. He's had some ankle and foot injuries over his career, but his conditioning, Steve, has never been a question.
Never. And his style of play, where he runs defenders around, coming off screens, demands that kind of fitness, both from him and, of course, whoever's guarding him as well.
Shane Battier is checked in for Udonis Haslem. Felton kicks to Smith. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got 3 assists in the game. The Heat trail by 9.
You know, for a long time, the Knicks were viewed as a young team on the rise, but when they added Rasheed Wallace last year, the average age went to 32, which was the oldest team in the league last season, and you saw it in their play. They were a group of veterans out there.
Now here's Bosch. And Chandler sends it down. Tries again, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. A different look for New York. Stoudemire comes in for Chandler. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Bargnani. Miami shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys. This is a club that hit about 75% of its free throws.
And for the Knicks, the veteran leadership helped them at times as they had to go through some very tough stretches, Steve, due to injury.
Yeah, they did go through some stretches, but they really did well to secure the division title and get that high seed going into the playoffs. They had a pretty decent run, all in all, but this is a team that has higher aspirations than just getting to the conference semis.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Allen against Felton. And stolen by LeBron. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Miami. We've got 22 seconds left here in the second. Felton against Chalmers. Outside Felton. Anthony up on top. From downtown. Kept alive by New York. LeBron with the block. And so that brings the first half to a close. Knicks up
now. Presented by Sprint.
What a better way to get through your Monday than with a little hoops on 2K Sports. New York leading against Miami. They've been having their way inside. A huge lead when it comes to points in the paint, making it very hard to defend against them. J.R. Smith making a big contribution. After 2, he's got 10 points. And on the defensive side of the floor, he's definitely been contributing with some focus.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
Yeah, the defensive effort and intensity has been fantastic, and you can tell he's really inspiring his team with his play.
Yeah, his emotion and his production. He's been patrolling the court, blocking shot after shot out there, and he's really made a statement with his defensive effort.
Haslam, the pass to Chalmers. Wade, good ball movement here by the Heat. Hit his foot, and the official saying it was kicked. LeBron outside, fires the 3. Bargnani grabs the board.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
You know, last year, LeBron said that he was at his peak as a player, both physically and spiritually. You could see it in his eyes, just so confident. Even when things aren't going well, he now has the fortitude to make his way through that and continue to play and finish the game.
Here's Shumpert. Offensive rebound. Shot's good by Anthony. Anthony's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Knicks. Bosch with it. Now Anthony defending. Bosch dishes to Chalmers. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Well, when you think about the level that LeBron is playing at right now, but you think he still has room to improve his game?
I think it's just a matter of his experience and picking and choosing his spots. I think his skill set is fantastic, and it's just a matter of staying the course. I don't see much improvement there. He's a terrific shooter from the 3 and inside the line. He drives it, makes his free throws, passes the ball, rebounds, defends. He wants to be in that 50, 40, 90 club on his shooting percentages, and I think he'll make it happen.
I know he's still working with Ray Allen on the free throw shooting, too.
Yeah, it has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
One thing with Wade that doesn't seem to be going away is his quickness off the dribble. He still has that devastating crossover. He may not be able to do it every night, but there are nights when he just looks like he's right in his prime.
That free throw, no good. And Wade has a number of elusive moves, Clark, getting into the lane. He hit the spin, the Euro step, which I love, by the way.
Yeah.
And the windmill crossover.
He's got it all. I mean, he's figured out how to get to that bucket, and I think the crossover is probably his custom move. Just as he changes directions, he swings the ball quickly over his head to the other side, avoiding the rip, and he makes it look so natural you might think nothing of it, but youngsters around the league go to school on that one. That's a heck of a move.
Felton goes in. Out to Shumpert. There's the 3. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton has got his 5th assist in this one.
You know, one of the things about the Heat since the Big 3 has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now.
The feed now to Bargnani. A 3-ball. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
Well, and as hot as they've been, there's no need to change their offense. Just continue to play the way you're playing. You're going to get open looks.
Kicks it out to LeBron. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And it's easy to have players want to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy, and that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch forward. They've just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
Leno Udrih, he's checked in for Raymond Felton. The 8-footer. Again, the miss by the Heat.
That's 5 shots without a conversion. A very tough start coming out of the half.
And Shumpert kicks to Chandler. Can't hit from in close. The Heat trail by 13. Pass to Chalmers. Lets it go from deep. Here's Bosch, and it's blocked by Chandler. But they recover it. There's the pass to Haslem. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Haslam's got his second bucket.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
Shane Battier is checked in for the Heat. Norris Cole comes in for Mario Chalmers.
They had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Miami's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. Wade kicks to Battier. Back to Wade. LeBron. Good ball movement here by Miami. Cole's shot is good.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. The Knicks making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Here's Udrih, and it's blocked. Here's Cole. And the Heat, another three. Anthony right side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
Well, they're finding the holes in the defense, Clark, and they're exploiting them.
Cole, he's guarded by Udrih. Battier kicks to Cole. He dishes it to LeBron. Passes it to Battier. There's the triple. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. And one of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And I also want to point out how good he is at positioning himself defensively near the bucket. He knows how to draw a charge.
And Cole kicks to Wade. Dishes it to Battier. Wade, pass to Bosh. It's stolen by Anthony. He feeds it to Udrih. Felton goes in, gets it to go. And now a 10-point Knicks lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Knicks?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in. Can't pass up that kind of look.
Kicks it to Udrih. Back to Felton. Wide open look. Off the left rim and up.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
LeBron kicks to Bosh. Taken away by Felton. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Udrih, the pass to Felton. From 11 feet away.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Man, that's too bad. Easy shot there, and you got to knock that one down.
Well, that's a concentration cramp right there. I mean, just lost focus.
Yeah, he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
James. Shot is off. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Felton with the ball. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his 5th right there.
Felton can't get it to go.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Feeds to LeBron. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Andre Bargnani picks one up.
Well, for a long time for the New York fans, going to see a Knicks game was an exercise in masochism, but they've turned it around in a big way, and now this is a tough place to play for a road team.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. And Clark, that's what winning's going to do for you. The Knicks had the 2nd best home record in the East last season as they won 31 games here.
Well, you know, Kevin, there's so much mystique here in this building. Everybody loves to play in New York. It's the mecca for basketball in this country. And when NBA players come into New York, they can't wait to play against this Knicks team. And the Knicks, they want to defend their home floor.
Outside, Felton. Back to Anthony. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, guys, Carmelo Anthony last year played pretty much full-time at the power forward position, and the results were excellent. I mean, he's got the strength to play inside, and when you look at what he does offensively, it creates a lot of matchup advantages for him and his team.
The Heat making a switch here. Bosh is checked in. Chalmers dishes to LeBron. Back to Chalmers. He kicks it to Bosh. Good ball movement here by Miami. LeBron with another miss. And you look at Carmelo. Do you think, Steve, maybe the success that LeBron had going inside and playing the four had any influence on Melo playing inside?
I think there's no doubt, Kevin. The league has gone smaller in a lot of ways. A lot of former three men are now becoming fours. The only way to do that, though, is if you have the strength to deal with bigger players, and Melo certainly has that strength.
You know, no denying it's been a heck of a run the last few years for the Heat, but you can't help but wonder if the impending 2014 summer of free agency could be the end of it all. The big three came together in a flash of lightning, it seemed, but it could end just as fast if one or all decide to opt out.
Stoudemire setting the pick for Felton. He passes to Shumpert. And the three off target.
Boy, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
LeBron, no good. And Clark, as you were saying, the trio of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all have options in their contracts to become free agents in 2014 if they choose to. And, Steve, you have to think that at least one or two of them might exercise that right.
Well, you know LeBron will, because he's the most underpaid athlete probably in the history of sports. He's worth 10 times what he makes. But it's going to be interesting to see what Miami does here the next couple of years with their roster.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for New York. Smith comes in for Shumpert. Here's Bargnani. Excellent D there from Haslem.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Smith drives in. The open shot, Anthony. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's 15 points for Carmelo Anthony. The Heat trail by 9. Chalmers pass to LeBron. Haslem back to LeBron. On deep. From beyond the arc and then some.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Felton kicks to Anthony. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. That's on LeBron James.
They got right to the rim, but got hammered once he got there by the defense.
But that was a nice job taking it strong and forcing his way to the line. Well done.
No luck that time either.
Usually, free throws are a formality for him. And for the most part today, they have been. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. They're getting outshot from the perimeter. He told them, we've got to close out faster on the outside shooters. These threes are killing us. Kevin, can they tighten their D?
Bosh, that's good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
New York calls timeout.
Well, they've really kind of struggled offensively here, so I think this timeout is for him to really draw something up, maybe get an easy two and get their confidence back.
You know, sometimes an easy basket out of a break is just what you need to get things back on track, and coaches always have plays specifically for that situation, coming out of timeout for an opportunity to get a bucket.
The dish to Carmelo. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Anthony's got 14 points here in the second half.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Chalmers. He's covered by Felton. Back to Chalmers. Poked away. Oh, and here comes Smith. All alone. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
And it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball.
Oh, man, you got a feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. And that matchup is tough. He's giving up, what, 8 inches?
The Heat trail by 9. It's stolen by Smith. There's the feed to Bargnani. And there's the call on James. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. Nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Miami's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Allen for 3, and that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers.
That's 3 in a row, guys. 3 3-pointers consecutively. These guys are just raining in shots.
Yeah, the defenders can't be as soft as they've been on the perimeter there.
Smith for 3. And 1:01 left here in the 4th quarter. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
And much more aggressive play has led to more free throw attempts for them here in the second half.
You know, that's how you do it, Steve. I mean, defender pressing up on you, you press right back, get into it.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. It's it for him. He's fouled out. Now we'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, he'll make the walk of shame back to the bench. He gets to watch the rest from the sideline.
The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 9.
I'm sure he would have liked to have had all of those, but he still padded their lead a little bit at least.
Off target from outside. But they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
The Heat have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. From deep LeBron. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. And a new group getting ready for Miami. 24 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Udrich, defended by Cole. And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Both free throws good from Anthony.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Timeout called the Heat. They're trailing by 11. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, they can game plan all they want, but there's not enough time left for them to come back and win this game.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what they think they're going to pull off here.
And Chris Anderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Gets the first, and that will push the lead to double digits. Udrich hits them both. Here's Allen. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Holland saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.